Thank you for staying with us. We'll start with President Biden. He is in Japan today for the G7 summit. But back here at home, the U.S. is staring down the very real possibility, at least according to some, of a default on our debt. And breaking this afternoon, there's also been now reportedly a setback on the debt ceiling talks.
Yeah, there are multiple reports that the talks between the White House and Speaker Kevin McCarthy have hit a snag. Negotiators have put a pause on the talks. And again, Joe Biden is in Japan while all of this is unfolding. Listen to Kansas Senator Roger Marshall's take on this. He appeared on Newsmax a bit earlier today.
And we're just seeing this is how Joe Biden fails. If he's not in his basement running his campaign, he fails when it really takes true leadership. And that's what we're seeing right now. And if Joe Biden is a vacuum of leadership, this could have been solved months ago, but instead he waits till another crisis is present.
The president is cutting his trip short to the G7. The White House also says the attendance there could help shore up global support or belief and optimism that the U.S. is actually able to resolve its differences when it comes to the debt ceiling at home.
Yes, so we're also getting, we will see on that, also some other breaking news just into us on Putin's war in Ukraine. The U.S. and our allies now plan to provide Ukraine with F-16 fighter jets. The Chief White House correspondent James Rosen joins us now live in our Washington newsroom. Obviously, the timing of this is interesting, James, when they might get there, and a little bit of a reversal from President Biden, who back in February said he was ruling these out for now.
It is indeed, Bianca, a flat reversal for President Biden, who has resisted providing fighter jets directly to the Ukrainian armed forces or through proxy nations or other NATO member states since the beginning of this conflict. And as you say, it was just in February that President Biden told an interviewer from ABC News that he was ruling it out for now. But here now, with the president in Japan having attended the G7 summit, which includes the group of 7 industrialized democracies, the leading industrialized democracies in the world, a number of which are also providing extraordinary security assistance to Ukraine throughout this conflict, along with the United States. Perhaps as a result of pressure from those states, the president has reversed himself. In terms of how long this is going to take, it's certainly not going to make it in time, the F-16s, for the start of the long-awaited Ukrainian spring counteroffensive. Previous estimates have suggested that it could take U.S. military personnel anywhere from 9 to 18 months to train Ukrainian pilots on the F-16. But nonetheless, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, when he arrives at the G7 in Japan this weekend, will have this to look forward to, Bianca.
Yeah, and also, James, you know, they're talking about sort of this being a long-term plan for the future security of Ukraine. That's sort of the phrasing, which I think is important as they talk about this plan as well. Well, and this decision then will expose President Biden likely to criticism from what we might call armchair generals, but just military analysts in general, because the question will be raised inevitably, had President Biden made this decision, which he has come to in late May of 2023, perhaps somewhere earlier in the year and a half or so of this conflict, how many lives would have been saved? How many cities would have been saved? It's hard to know how the Ukrainians would have performed with F-16s, but this is something that Volodymyr Zelensky has been asking for. In fact, our viewers will recall that it was something he asked for when he addressed our Congress over a year ago.
Yeah, the concern had always been, James, that this might spark Vladimir Putin's use of nuclear weapons. The other question here, is that not a concern anymore since they're going ahead and doing this? And Zelensky tweeted this out, quote, "I welcome the historic decision of the United States and POTUS to support an international fighter jet coalition." So there you have it. James Rosen, live for us in Washington. Thank you, James.
You bet.